See, a river that forgets its source will surely run dry. That is one thing you don't know. A river that forgets its source. You know, there's no name you tag the Igbo people we don't make joke of. Name calling, no, they affect Igbo man. I want to most of them don't know. Name calling, no, they affect. Would they use everything to do business?
All right, there is this update coming up now that I wouldn't want you to miss. That's why I brought it up to show our people here. You see pregnancy, you cannot cover it with bare hands. It's not possible. And person wey hold pikin something, carry am up. At a point, hand go begin the pain am, he must bring am down. And person wey hold another person for ground, he hold himself too, you no go. Also, pikin wey say im mama no go cry, my mama no go sleep. Im ma no go sleep. I dey tell you. We dey talk these things, so make fowl bia, make e end for that leg when e dey. Some people no go hear. All this one that they do na just buying of time. When the time comes, everything go open, and e don dey open. The time don come now. Everything don dey open. Breeze don blow now. Fowl nyash open. Everybody dey see am.
They don't want us to say it, but we'll keep saying it. We'll keep talking about it. You understand? Yes, we have been cheated. We have been marginalized. And one of the ways we are marginalized as Ndi Igbo is through this state creation and boundary adjustments. I'm an Igbo man from River State, from Obibo, which they have changed to Oyibo. It still doesn't erode the fact that we are who we are, and that is our land, and nobody can take it away from us till the world ends. Water go? So they don't like us to talk about it. But we'll keep saying it. We'll keep addressing it until the right thing is done, until we get what we want. Water go? If you don't want us to talking about Igbo nation and the boundary adjustment issues, blah blah blah, I hear nearly. Go and die. Go to your street and hang on the nearest transformer. So yes, I'm on your Bibo, I'm on your docky. Water go? So I want to address something. Why is it that whenever we're talking about the Igbos in River State, most persons are angry, especially those who are claiming Ijaw, who are not real Ijaw? And I'll keep saying it till tomorrow. There's no real Ijaw man in River State. You understand? Those people you see claiming Ijaw in River State, all these people in Calabari, Popo, some of them claiming Ijaw, and it's just through assimilation. This is what happened. You know, after the war, or during the war, in order to avoid calling them rebels to be killed and tag the Igbos, most of them denied their identity. They denied their identity. Most of them they were assimilated. You understand? And the Nigerian government, they helped through the help of D.A.T. Spiff, the former or the first military governor in River State, and a German. They achieved that. You understand? They did a lot. They caused a lot of havoc, including this criminal. What do they call him? Adaka Boro, who led the Nigerian military into the creeks to hunt Ndi Igbo, Popo, Boni, and other areas. They killed many of them. They called them rebels. You're a rebel. They killed them. So, in order for them to avoid being killed, most of them deny their identity, hid their identity. They don't speak Igbo. Now, ask yourself, how funny is it that Boni and Opopo, I'm not talking about Finima in Opopo, Boni and Opopo, especially Opopo main town, are all speaking Igbo, but they are answering Ijaw names. The ancestral language. You see, you can change the container, but you cannot erase the content. That is why today, people now, they are trying so hard in order to erase their Ibani tongue. Eh? Their Igbo dialect. They speak the same dialect with ours, the Ndoki people. Because Opopo is an offshoot from Ndoki. Even in Boni, they all speak the Ndoki dialect. But they are all bearing Ijaw names. But how come you are speaking Igbo? When you ask them now, some of them say it was when they were under the old East Central State, the Igbo was made compulsory. So Akwa Ibom, Ibibi, all of them, they were not under the Igbo Urobo. They were not under the East Central States. Are they speaking Igbo? They are. When most of us don't talk, you think we are fools. Somebody will come out, Igbo people is Igbo, Igbo is Igbo. How are they? Why are they bearing Amayanaba? Why are they bearing? But we are bearing all those things. But how come you are not speaking Igbo as your mother tongue? The next thing they will tell you is that it was the women their father married, the Igbo women. It was when we started doing this discussion, started addressing and asking questions about identity. That is when I discovered the power of Igbo women or Chineke. Oh, my grandmother would say Chineke Odozi Obodo. That is when I discovered the power of Igbo women, that an Igbo woman, just one Igbo woman, can change the culture of an entire people. It was the mothers, or they say it was the slaves. They are. Yeah? It was the slaves. Okay, even in Okrika, Okujama and Okujagu, that they've changed, and the likes of them, that they still speak the Ndoki dialect when you go to those places. They were all slaves. Maybe we in Obibo, you call us slave now because the Nigerian government carved us into River State. So we are slaves, all of us in Obibo. As Sandoke, we are all slaves. Because our geographical location was carved and named rivers. All in the effort because you don't want to have an Igbo man in River State. You don't want any people to answer Igbo. So you think the only 5 states you created, Enugu, Ebonyi, Imo, Anambra, Abia, is the only place you can find Igbo people. You see that thing you people call Nigerian flag, Nigerian map, or zoological map, is an error. You understand? It's a very, very big error. And the person who did this boundary adjustment, you see, when people are doing something in a dubious way, it will expose you. Nigerian government they are so foolish. They don't know how to do dubious things. They will keep exposing themselves. That is why you see most of the things they are trying to do dubiously, before you know it will come to the knowledge of the masses. Especially when it deals with Igbo. you want to cheat an Igbo man, it's not possible now. Instead, an Igbo man go cheat you. What I go? You can't dubie the dubie. And I say dubious, I know I will dubious. So each other be a dubie the dubious. It's not possible now. What I go? You want to cheat us? You can't cheat an Igbo man. Instead, an Igbo man go cheat you. It's not possible. You can't. So even in their they think they thought they were wise, even in their foolishness. Because that is not wisdom. Obibo was brought under River State through the Nasia Maman boundary adjustments. We are under the old Imo states, including Abia states. Until the boundaries they started drawing the boundaries. Our people initially resisted not to be put under River State. We wanted to be with our kings and queens in Abia State. We wanted to be part of Abia State. But they forced us. We are forced and carved into River State. And today, Obibo is in River State. And you want us to deny our Igbo identity. Because in your political history, in what they taught you in school, they removed the Igbo as an ethnic group from River State. So you not think, Igbo is not, because Nigerian government say there's no Igbo in River State, so Igbo is not in River State, I should deny myself. That was the fears our forefathers they lived with, because they don't want to be tagged rebels. You understand? What caused most of these things is because of the Biafra Nigerian war. when they started hunting Igbos and killing them, especially in the riverine areas. They started hunting them. And Isaac Adakaboro, a criminal, a fugitive, who led the Nigerian troops to the riverine area, to the creeks, to kill Ndi Igbo, tag them rebels. He took them to Boni and Opopo, the same Boni and Opopo that are claiming Ijaw. Isaac Adakaboro came there to kill your forefathers, to kill your parents with the Nigerian army. Those who barely survived are those who denied their identity, who were assimilated with the Ijaw culture. But we go there today, they still speak their mother tongue, the Ndoki dialect. They still speak Igbo. In their meeting, that is what they used to adjudicate their meeting. In their cultural progressions, in whatever they are doing. You can only change a container, but you can't change the content. That you carry rice and put inside a bread nylon it doesn't change the rice automatically to bread. It's not magic. It does not. That you took us as Sanundoki people and carved us into River State, it does not change our identity. You only just gave us a political and artificial state name, Rivers. Nobody's Rivers. Who is River? What is the meaning of Rivers? You just call the people. You just call the particular location River State. River State is comprises of different ethnic groups. If maybe Ohofia people were carved into River State, you say, hey, they are not Igbo. We are not Igbo. We are Ohofia. That's the way Ikwere people are claiming. We are not Igbo. We are Ikwere. They will not give Ohofia an ethnic name. Ohofia will become an ethnic group. That's what they want us to do now. We are not Igbo. We are Ndoki. They want Ndoki to claim that Ndoki is an ethnic nationality on its own. We are not an ethnic nationality. We are Igbos. We have Asa in Okwa West, in Abia State. We also have Asa in Obibo. So the Asa in Obibo should say, we are Asa. We are not Igbo, we are Asa. Then the Asa in Abia State will say they are Igbos. Then we, the Ndoki people, we want us to say Ndoki is not Igbo. We are different. We are Ndoki. Then the Ndoki in Abia State, you see how stupid Nigerian governments are. You don't know how to play dubious games. Now we are the masters of the game. What I go? So when I come out to say that I'm an Igbo man from River, some people are getting angry. Why you want to be irritating him here? Will you beat me? Will you beat me? You want to beat me? Somebody was saying, one day we will do Igbo must go in river. How? Who? I asked the question, I said, how will you differentiate Igbo from Igbo? Ibatago River State, mbo. Igahariala River State. Owebo obuna na River State igaga ima honyi. Who you want chase? Onye kine, you think not South Africa. Even Lagos and Ekuoku ya omame munde eme. Try it. You know, the problem is that we have been so quiet for long. As Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo are very gentle. I are very gentle. What I go? I very, very gentle. I had a choku. I had a sekwanundo. So we allowed you people to pass false narratives. Now the problem with most of you is that you people know this truth, but you just want to deny it. That's the problem. I know. You people know this truth. That's why sometimes when you see Asari Tokumbo saying, hey, we don't know Ndoki is Igbo. We know Ikwere is Igbo. We know they know this truth. What I go? But they just want to, we don't want it. We don't want to hear it. That is just the problem. We know, but we don't want to hear it. What are you afraid of? That will show you they have an Igbophobia. Because if you're not afraid, you should be quiet. When we are talking about this thing, you should leave them. But why are you agitating? Why are you afraid? Nobody is coming to come and take over your ancestral land. If you know that place, your ancestral land. If we say Ikwere is Igbo, should an Ikwere man be afraid that his fellow Igbo man is coming? What? So if you agree now that yes, Ikwere is Igbo, So you mean the Igbo from Abia State when I say, yeah, so Ikwere has agreed to Igbo, let's go and take over their land. Are you people so ignorant? Are you so ignorant? Huh? Nobody who is coming to take over your land. Have you heard in history, where Igbos fought and take over someone's land by force? We are not that jobless. One day. We are only trying to set the record straight, to teach you history, to teach you what Nigerian government refused to talk about. What your parents, who were afraid to be tagged rebels, who were afraid to die because they will be tagged Igbo, refuse to tell you. And when one of them comes out to speak about it, you see them agitating. He says, this thing, you are not Igbo. Go out from River State. You will chase me from my own state. I was on my own in my old Imo state. You people carved me and put me in River State. I said, now I'm Igbo. I still remain an Igbo man. You say you will chase me. You will come and try it. They are chasing them. Banish me. You can only change the container. You can't change the content. Even our governor, Sim Fubara, his indigenous tongue is Igbo. On doke konaso. Eh? So, I don't know. So, the only thing you succeeded to do in Rivers State is that you changed the container. But it did not change the content. That is why today they are bragging with the container. Why is it somebody, you argue with one Ijaw guy, and it's always these Ijaw people from Bayelsa that are always causing these issues. Always these Ijaw people from Bayelsa. Bayelsa State was created by Sani Abacha for the Ijaw people. He created to address the Ijaw people. They claim that they have been marginalized. So Sani Abacha created Bayelsa State, and all of them, including DT Speed, all of them, they moved to Bayelsa. It's only in Bayelsa you have, though they are still minority, but Bayelsa, that's where you have the real Ijaws. They are minority, the real Ijaws. Even in that same Bayelsa, you still have indigenous Igbo people. In Atisa, Ipi, and most of all those places, you still have indigenous Igbo families, still bearing their Igbo names. You know, people don't want to make research. And when we tell you this truth, you get angry. Even when we show you the evidence, you get angry. Places in Bayelsa, you still have Igbo names. Igodo, Wokoma, and many of them. Obuji. There are so many Igbo communities there. Just we have Igbo communities too in Edo State, the Bankers. We have them in Delta State. Look at how they created all this artificial state name, and they carved people. They shared them. You go here, you go here, you are Edo State. You go here, now you're not part of Delta. You go here. And you want them to deny. You separated brothers. You separated families. You divided people. Eh? And you want them to insist that, yes, we have divided you. You are no longer. That is where your problem started. You know, you people thought you are wise in state creation. You thought you are so wise in boundary adjustment, but that is where the problem of Nigeria started the more. Because in the Igbo, we are so stubborn. Our spirit is so you can't cage us. The white men tried it. The British, they couldn't cage our spirits. So many of them are now regretting. Go and ask Gowon. He's now regretting the decisions they took those days. Because they thought that would bring the peace they were looking for, but it worsened them more. You can't cage an Igbo man. You can't put him in a bottle and cock it. That is where the problem of Nigeria started the more. You divided family. In Enugu State, you carved some into Kogi, you carved some into Benue. From Ebonyi, you carved some into Cross River. Huh? And these people, when they meet together, they hear themselves. But they are in Cross River. The rest are in Ebonyi. But when they come together, they speak the same language. They speak the same dialect. They hear themselves. They communicate together. But the Cross River man, the Calabar man, cannot hear the language of the person you created. You banded him together within the same states. What were you people doing? Who brought about this nonsense of state creation? What were you thinking? Because I didn't see any idea in it. The only idea I saw that led to that state creation was to break the Igbo nation. Because you know a people who comes together will achieve more. That was just the thing. You broke the Igbo nation. That was just the plan. But you think you succeeded. So right now in Nigeria, because it was now, now when we start all this question of identity, now I know say Igbo people know only day for 5 states. So when they did this state creation, they now inculcated it into our curriculum. And started teaching us from primary school. 5 states, Igbo 5 states, Abia, Imo, Ebonyi, Enugu, Anambra. We never knew that indigenous Igbos are spread across 13 states in this zoological republic of Nigeria. 13 states. We have indigenous Igbos in rivers of where I belong. So many of them. Ichi, Omuma, Ikwere, Port Harcourt, Ndone, Ndoki, Asa, Opopo, Boni, part of Okrika, Ogba, Egbema, Ndone. These are all Igbo communities. Ekbeye. All Igbo communities. Even when you go to Eleme 2, you will see Igbo communities. People with Igbo ancestry. Oluka, Nwato. These families are Igbo by ancestry. See, the only thing that people will just still come out and cry. You understand? We are not coming to come and fight and say, no. We are giving out this information for record purposes. See, a river that forgets its source will surely run dry. That is one thing you don't know. A river that forgets its source. There's no name you tag the Igbo people we don't make joke of. Name calling, no, they affect Igbo man. I want to most of them don't know. Name calling, no, they affect. Would they use everything to do business?
He never finish. Oh, you see what British did in Nigeria. In fact, God go help us. What we need is determination to undo all those things, and it will happen because the young minds now, they are coming up to speak against these things and take action also. Imagine. Even Nigeria as a whole, or the northern part, whichever, was a company. Somebody owns this place and sold it out. British, they have interest in Nigeria. The person, so they sold it to Nigeria, meaning that Nigeria purchased, Britain purchased Nigeria, and it's still part of their property. That's why everything happening in Nigeria is being orchestrated from Britain. Well, I don't know how long we'll continue to live like this, but if you are not tired, many people are tired of this. Well, let's continue with what this our young person is saying. Very interesting discussion. Let's go.
Don't call me rebel. Don't call me rebel. I'm a citizen. Oh, Ndibo. God bless Ndibo. God bless Ndibo. You see? You go to Edo State, you see the Banke people. Another, and the likes of them. Delta, Anioma, Kwani, and so many of them there. You go to Cross River, Isobo people. We speak Ebonyi, the language, most dialect in Ebonyi. Akwa Ibom, you see the Ohob people. Those people, they call it Kotenya, that they rejected the name. Them Ndoki people, they are my brothers, so they carved them into Akwa Ibom. Your Ohob Ndoki. You come to Abia State, which they were carved out together with us from Imo State. You go to Okwa East, you see the Ndoki people. Okwa East is occupied by the Ndoki people. Okwa West is occupied by Asa. Now look at, you see how closely we are. Even, the Obibo is a boundary between River State and Abia State. And when you cross over to Abia State, it's the Asa people you will meet. So you see that how, and when you enter and come into Rivers State, still there are Asa people you will still meet. Where we have Ndoki people in Obibo, in Rivers State, when you, the boundary between Ndoki people and Abia State is still Ndoki people, the Ukwa East. So look at how you divided brothers. Maybe they were looking for, I don't know. I just don't know. They are looking for a boundary, okay, boundary line, what they will use as boundary. They now use maybe that Imo River to separate, because most boundaries in states, they used rivers to separate them. I knew it was a very hard decision because they knew we are Igbo people. And when I interviewed most of our fathers, there's a chief I interviewed. That video is on YouTube. I'll still post it here. He said they refused to go. They want to be with their king and kids in Abia State. They refused, but they were forced to join River State. And you join them and you say that, and you want them to deny their identity. Because you succeeded to change the container in Opopo, in Boni, you change their name, change the kingship name. Many people are not answering. They are answering Riverine Ijaw names according to you, but they are speaking Igbo. Eh? Somebody you say, okay, now, if you see, some of all these things are logic. See, some of all these things are logical. You change the Opopo people name. You change they are all bearing Ijaw names. You understand? Fubara, this, that, but they are speaking Igbo as their indigenous language, their mother tongue. Now, if people change Obibo to Oyibo, and Oyibo now, Ogoni people are saying that Oyibo is the Oyibo is an Ijaw word. Oyibo is an Ogoni word. Why are Ndoki people now not speaking Ogoni? Why are we now still speaking Igbo? Is that how strong Igbo language is, that it cannot be erased? When you ask most of them in Opopo why they're speaking Ndoki, Igbo, and Boni, they will say it was the mothers, their fathers married. Or it was when Igbo. You know, they are looking for so many. That is why today now they are trying, the Opopo monarch, the Amayanobo of Opopo, and the Opopo people, they are trying to, they say they want to start teaching a Bani language, Ijaw. And I don't know what in Bani language, because the only Bani language I know is the Ndoki, the Igbo language they are speaking. So those guys, they are just really, really confused about their identity. You understand? They are really confused. I know the reason they are all doing this is because of the oil and the seaport close to them. They think like they have all. Now they don't see say nothing we will not do as the Igbo. So they changed their names and started bearing Ijaw names, but they still speak Igbo. You now change Obibo to Oyibo, and Oyibo, you're saying Oyibo is an Ijaw an Ogoni word. Why are we not speaking Ogoni? Look at Opopo speaking the Igbo, Oboni, part of Okrika. If you go to inside Okrika, Okujagu and the rest of them, this is more than 100 years old. They are still speaking that language. It has not been erased. More than 100 years. And you're telling me it is the women your fathers married, or the slaves. Slave, get power, change your language. The only person that is trying to even the face, let me say the face of Ijaw, the person that is kind of, when you talk about Ijaw, if you want to talk about, I keep saying there's no Ijaw in River State too. That's the fact. There's no real Ijaw person in River State. Every other people see claiming Ijaw from different nationalities, Igbo, Ibibio, Andoni, and the likes of them. That is why when those people who claim Ijaw in River State and those in Biafra come together, they can't speak one language, and here, if it is a lie, they should try it. But when we gather as Ndi Igbo, we speak. I'm not talking about the central Igbo. Somebody from an Igbo, a place, I can come now and speak Igbo. When we speak, 80% will be heard by everybody from diverse Igbo groups. 80% of what I speak. But it's not the same thing with when Ijaw people gather from Bayelsa and those who claim to be Ijaw in Rivers. If they speak, they no go hear Shenkpai. Maybe 2%. They won't hear. They won't understand themselves. That's why they use pidgin. Because dialectically, they are not even the same. Only they are just trying now to teach those language to bring so most of those their word. 100 years has passed and those language we are not erased. There was no time when the people started speaking Ijaw. More than 200 years we have been speaking our dialects. That's why I asked most of those people who claim that Ndoki is Ijaw. I said, at what point did Ndoki people lost their Ijaw dialects? At what point? Tell me. At what point? They are not trying to fabricate. That is what Professor Lagwa did now. In order to prove that Opopo is not Igbo. You claim that Opopo came from Ndoki. And you're not saying Opopo is not Igbo. So he went to now change it to find a way to suit the propaganda. You know, this issue of Amina Dokiari was started by Alagwa, Professor Alagwa. It was not, our fathers never knew, before that man started his research and all this is publication, our fathers never knew that word. He was the one that coined that word. You now see most Ijaw people say Amina Dokiari. Amina, how can you call such a short word Ndoki from Amina Dokiari? You say that Ndoki is a corruption of Amina Dokiari. It's a lie. It's not possible. When we talk about corruption of words, look at, for example, Onitsha. Today is being spelled Onisha. That is something you can say that's a corruption of word. Just like we have Nwa Abara, you now have some people spell it Wabara. Those in River State pronounce it as Wabara. Some of them change their own to Wabara. They remove the N. That is what you can call corruption of word. You understand? That's what you can call. Or just like what most people claim that Ikwere people change their name to Romo from Momo. That is what you can call corruption of word. But not a word like Ndoki. You say it is corrupted from Amina. Amina. You remove the Ami. So you wanted to corrupt the word. There was no way the Ami entered. Sometimes let's talk like foolish people now. Let's reason like foolish people. And I was telling somebody that Alabariye is a corruption of word of Wabara. I say, and the person says, a lie, I'm mad, I'm this. Alabariya, a hunter. He was the founder, one of the founders of Bonny. Alabariya, one of the founders. And record the white men who navigated and explored the east of the Niger, who explored the Niger deltas. They noted it. They were told by the ancestors that this man called Alabariye came from Igbo land, from Igbo hinterland. He's a hunter. And you want to tell me that most of those our indigenous names, they spelt it well. Have you seen where a white man documented our indigenous name correctly, spelt it correctly? Never. That means that Alabariye they are claiming, it was not that spelling. That is Wabara. That's a corruption of Wabara. It's not Alabara. Alabaragi is you are madness. Don't catch you in Igbo language. Alabara madness. Arabagogi one. That's a corruption. You're not coming to tell me that a white man corrupted the Ndoki, Adokara, and called it Ndoki for short. How? Even that Amina Dokiare, there's no word like the short from Ndoki, say from there. Jesus Christ. You know, most time when you keep quiet, all these people do. This video is getting too long, but I know it's very interesting. So most of you don't. The problem I have with most of you you don't want to learn. You don't understand what it means by boundary adjustment. So many people we are living in what we today know as river states, and government said, okay, let's draw line here. These people call them rivers. So many ethnic groups we are there, including Igbo people. And because you now call the name rivers, you want us to deny ourselves not to be Igbo. And we're talking about it and you are getting angry. You are angry. You will get angry. Oh. We will keep talking about this thing. We will keep talking about it. We will keep stressing it till it enters into the heart of people, till people start questioning their identity. And we'll get the thing straight. Understand? We won't keep quiet. We will keep talking it to our last breath. And there's nothing you can do about it. ada emeri Igbo emeri. Ghọtago? Ada emeri ndị Igbo emeri o. Anyị ada achị okwu, anyị ada asịkwa n'undo. When you guys were passing all this false narrative, you didn't know that one day the Igbo people will take over social media and start changing the narrative, start speaking for themselves. And when now we started speaking, you are now crying victim. But you were calling us victim. We agreed we are victims. You killed us. You called us rebels. And now we are not coming out to, you say we are looking for trouble. So many people who just came to social media say that Igbo people are attacking other tribe. You just log into Facebook. Facebook gave you access. You just bought a phone and logged into Facebook and started seeing our page and all those things. Your people started it first. We are on the defense. You understand? We are on the defending side. We defend ourselves. We correct the narratives. We don't need to tell you lies in order we will tell you, look at it, go and verify, and they will go and verify. Most of our brothers who went to go and do why are people afraid of verification? That's one thing I love. That's what P2B will tell you, go and verify. Most of our brothers who went to most of those communities to go and verify, you caught them and beat them. Why are you afraid? If you are not hiding something, allow us to come and show the world. Look at it here. Look. Why are you afraid? Is anybody coming to fight you? Why are you afraid? Why are you people afraid of Ndi Igbo verifying things? Why are you afraid? Let us digest this thing. Let us look at it. Let us bring facts. Or they are waiting for their fathers who have the knowledge of the truth to die. May they die first, so that the new generations who want to change the narrative will now have something to hold and say, yes, nobody is saying anything that we are Igbos or anything. But even if your fathers, they die, the truth has already been established. It's already there. Jesus Christ. Nigeria, they funny. Nigeria, they are very, very, very funny. My name is Obinna. And you say I'm not Igbo. I should deny. I think I'm stupid. I'm foolish. Eh? Most of our people who deny themselves for political gain, where are they today? Most of our people who deny their identity, have they been given the president of Nigeria? Even in Obibo today, we are not. The only time they know Obibo is during politics. What is our political strength in Rivers State? How many people do we have in House of Assembly or in a commissioner in the politics of Rivers State? Huh? They're only using us for our political strength. Because during politics, they get better votes. Eh? If not be how we take cry. They for do Obibo Robin they like Abano. To show you say we'll be brothers. If not be can cry, where we shall, where people don't die. How many years before they do that Obibo Road? Go to Obibo, we have a power station, we have gas, we have oil, we have so many wells. But our land is looking like a desert, like one of these northern places. People are still living in dilapidated buildings. How many youths in Obibo can comfortably build a house? How many of them are gainfully employed? It's only politics to each one. Iso one the politicians now. Ndị ọchịchị. Aguru Hegu. Psycho fancy. Do you know how many graduates you have in Obibo? How many of them are gainfully employed? How many of them were paid bursary when they were in school? How many of them are working in power station? In the oil and gas industries? But we have all those things in our land. Go to most places in Ndoki, you still see mud house scattered everywhere, but they have oil wells heavily guided. Most of the wells have dried up. They have barricaded them. They don't suck and finish. They move. As little as network is still an issue in Obibo. In Ndoki villages, as little as network and Ekokuya, MTN, Glo, Ete, is an issue. A challenge. I think I will join people to play all this nonsense tribal politics you are playing. What do you want to give to me? Are you the one that trained me from my again 1 month old to date? What do you want to offer me? If you deny my identity, do you know what it means to deny Igbo, being Igbo? Chineke na. Do you know what being Igbo means? Is a privilege. Eh? A pride. Do you know how I feel when I wear this cap? You say this cap is British cap. Yes, we have adopted it, all British. The same way you people adopted all what you have. Ijaw people don't have any traditional this thing. Everything they wear, they adopted it. You saw one video of one Ijaw man wearing Romanian helmet. They don't have anything. At least, no this one I know say we adopt. We adopt it, and it worldwide now they have known it as our trademark. Why are you? Is there a fight? Most of what you are wearing, you all adopted it. Every one of us adopts something. But why be saying only Igbo people own them? They always talk because we are so important. We are too important. Important. I hate important. What I go? We are too important. Eh? Now Igbo own the one. Yes, because our own stand. The one who adopt no stand out, but our own stand out. And anywhere you wear am, whether you be Yoruba, anybody, anywhere you carry this thing go, they will think say you be Igbo. Because now they don't use and know us. Say na British winter cap. We collect that from British. The same way British steal our craft. We collect this one. Ihe niile wo collection. Ya gazi ụmụnne m. Ndewo no obi nọf igọcha na-ekwu. Ọ dị mma.
Yes, viewers, I thank you for coming along with me. We hope to give you more updates because we must discover everything that is yet to be discovered. All those things that they did against the Igbos, yes, they can be enjoying our resources now, no problem. So, but everything will be done when the time comes. I am still Chinedu till I come your way next time. Bye.